Welcome everybody to an unboxing of a brand new 4K box set from Arrow Video, and it is the Psycho collection. Yeah, a lot of people have not particularly enjoyed this slipcover. I kind of like it. It just gives the shower curtain effect, but it does of course slip off and to reveal the more main artwork. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the first two films, although I have yet to see them in their 4K version like in this. So yeah, we will review each film individually during October for Halloween. I've planned plenty of different films to take a look at during that month because yeah, it's a spooky season and I really do enjoy reviewing films during that season. Yeah, but we will at least unbox this box set and take a look at all the little extras that come with it on the discs and physically as well. Yeah, we do have the box artwork on the side there. So I've only seen the first two. I do love them though. Its biggest surprise ever when watching the second one was just how great it is, despite 22 years being between the difference between the two of them. Usually when sequels come out long after the original film, they aren't particularly great, or they aren't anywhere near as good as the original. Not going to say the second film is as good as the original, but it is very, very close as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, so all four on individual discs. Now, I do believe the first one is basically the Universal release, just repackaged, because they released that, I think, a year or two ago, which is no bad thing. Universal do typically do really rather well on their 4K releases. Yeah, and that's exemplified by the fact that it says 60th anniversary on the back. So yeah, that would make it 2020, wouldn't it? So yeah, that's 3 years. But then, you know, 4Ks from 3 years ago don't look awful by any means. Yeah. So yeah, it's a 60th anniversary edition from Universal Pictures with uncut and re-release versions of the film, all in 4K with DTS-X and mono audio options. On the disc itself, you've got audio commentary with Stefan Rebello, author of Alfred Hitchcock and the Making of Psycho. You've got the Making of Psycho documentary. You've got In the Master's Shadow, Hitchcock's Legacy featurette. Hitchcock's plus Truffaut audio interview with scenes from the movie. You got newsreel footage, the release of Psycho featurette. There was a big hoo-ha in the day when they released this that no one was allowed to be admitted into the film if it had started, just purely to keep spoilers at a minimum, which is something I'd quite frankly like to be done nowadays, because the amount of times you start a film and 10 minutes, 15 minutes in, someone wanders in, and it's just like, you've missed crucial scenes. You know, a film doesn't, have nothing going for it in the first 15 minutes. Things happen in those first 15 minutes. So yeah, it's just something that really annoys me. Then you got the shower scene with and without music featurette. The shower sequence, storyboards by Sal Bass, image gallery. Got Psycho Sound featurette. The Psycho Archives image gallery. Posters and Psycho Ads image gallery. Lobby cards image gallery. Behind the scenes photographs image gallery. Publicity shots image gallery. Theatrical trailer, re-release trailers. And there's a reversible sleeve as well, which I did not read up on. So there is. We'll quickly slide that one out. So there's the reversible artwork, which is obviously the original artwork. Yeah, depending on what version you want, obviously you can choose as you wish. I do kind of like the new artwork, to be honest, and I like the different colours that they've gone for each individual film. And you do get a few art cards in this release. Now, not all of the films come with art cards, but they all do come with a poster that is double-sided. So each one has that on the rear, and then you've got shots from the film. Basically, for these art cards, nothing massively special, but I do like them, and do like that one especially because to show off the superb cinematography in this film, which if you've yet to see is basically the precursor to all of your slasher films and the like. I know the likes of Black Christmas or The Last House on the Left also get that kind of recognition, which might well hold a bit more water because obviously they were released the same decade as, say, Halloween, which really did popularise the slasher genre, but this is technically the first. Yeah, there we go. There's the new artwork. And different kind of artwork from the original reversible sleeve that we've got already. Yeah, you've got the tagline there: see it the way it was originally made, uncut, every scene intact, the version TV didn't dare show. Alfred Hitchcock Psycho, and even on the bottom it goes on about the whole theatre admittance, don't come in late, basically. So yeah, no one will be admitted except at the very beginning of the picture. Turn up on time, people. So yeah, great old thing that was. And yeah, then we have the second film. So like I said, 22 years after the original release, long after Hitchcock himself unfortunately passed away. So yeah, on this physical release, you get the film again in 4K. You get original lossless stereo and 5.1 audio options. You get archive audio commentary. New audio commentary by film critics Michael Brook and Johnny Maines. Archive audio commentary by screenwriter Tom Holland. He did Fright Night, didn't he? I swear he did. Then you got and Psycho 4 director Mike Garris, moderated by Robert Galazzo. One way you're going to say that. Oh no, I misread that. I jumped ahead. So we got the audio commentary by screenwriter Tom Holland. Then you got Behind the Curtain, the Masters of Horror on Psycho, a panel discussion with screenwriter Tom Holland and Psycho 4 director Mike Garris, moderated by Robert Galazzo. Then you got Giving Block His Due, an interview with Chet Williams, author of Psycho Sanitarium, on the legacy of Norman Bates' creator, author Robert Bloch. You got Anthony Perkins TV and audio interviews. Richard Franklin audio interview. Richard Franklin's a great director. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he did Road Games, which is probably one reason why I enjoyed Road Games so much. It was because I watched this well before that. And then you got Richard Franklin on set featurette, Richard Franklin scene commentary, vintage featurettes including interviews with Perkins, Franklin and Vera Miles. Vera Miles also reprising her role from this first film like Anthony Perkins was. And then you got Psycho 2 demo by composer Jerry Goldsmith. Another reason to enjoy this film is, yeah, it's not as classic as Bernard Herrmann's score for Psycho, but Jerry Goldsmith does a superb job in this second film. Then you got audio press kit, promotional record, trailers and TV spots, and image gallery. And again, reversible artwork. Now, this is the one film that Arrow Video have released from this collection before. I had it on their original Blu-ray for the longest time. And it came with that artwork as well, I believe. So, yeah, it's nice to have it on 4K finally, because, like I said, I'm a big fan of the film. And I do highly recommend watching it. I know a lot of people might think, oh, a sequel to a classic film 22 years after the fact, that's not going to be any good. But trust me, it is great. And yeah, I really enjoy it. And it does help that Anthony Perkins puts in another superb performance. So yeah, that's always handy. There's this disc as well. Then we again have some art cards. Again, just shots from the film with that on the back of each one of them. There's Anthony Perkins himself, obviously aged quite considerably after the fact of the first film, but that's what 22 years will do to a person. And finally, so yeah, the art cards aren't particularly special, but they are a nice extra regardless. Then again, we get a poster with the new artwork and the original artwork. Yeah, again, I like the different colour palettes that they're going for this one. So the first one's obviously red, this one's blue. And we'll look at the next two. But unfortunately, the reversible artwork of the poster, reversible on the other side of the poster, is the same as the reversible sleeve. So no real difference there, which is a little bit of a shame. But the artwork itself is still great. I really do like that poster. So not overly upset. Just a shame that it's kind of repeating what we've already seen. Then we have Psycho 3. First of which of these films that I've not seen. Again, different colour palette, going for orange this time. So yeah, like I said, not seen this film before. So not quite sure what I'm going to be getting in for, but still, again, we've got 4K restoration by Arrow Films from the original camera negative, original lossless stereo and 5.1 audio options. Then we've got new audio commentary by film critics Michael Brook and Johnny Maines again. Got archiving audio commentary by screenwriter Charles Edward Pogue. Carnival of the Heart, a new visual essay by film scholar Alexandra Helen Nicholas. Got Scream of Love, a new interview with composer Carter Burwell. Watch the Guitar, an interview with actor Jeff Fahey. Got Patsy's Last Night, an interview with actor Kat Shea. Mother's Maker, an interview with special makeup effects artist Michael Westmore. Body Double, an interview with actor Brink Stevens. Original electronic press kit, alternate opening scene, or opening sequence in fact, theatrical trailer, TV spot, image gallery, and again, reversible artwork. So yeah, not quite as good as the previous two, I believe, quite frankly, as far as I'm concerned in terms of posters, but, you know, this is the way it goes sometimes, I guess. Can't win them all. Slide that back in. So yeah, this comes with art cards and a poster as well, like the previous two. I think it's only the fourth one that doesn't have any art cards. We'll get it in eventually. There we go. Slowly but surely. So yeah, orange palette for this one. Not sure why the colours have been chosen for each film, but regardless, it does at least mix it up slightly between each film. So yeah, again, art cards. Again, got the new artwork on the back. So yeah, not seen this film at all, so I have no idea for the context of these shots, whether or not they have any significant meaning or not. And then finally. So yeah, I think this was directed by Anthony Perkins himself. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see, get his take on the whole, you know, series and the like. And then we have the poster, which again is just the artwork that we've already seen on the case itself, reversible or otherwise. So yeah, there we go. And finally, in yellow, we have Psycho 4, The Beginning. So yeah, this is, I believe, split into two different kind of stories. You've got the prequel aspect to it, where you lead up to the whole Psycho aspect of the first film, and then you've got elements set in the modern day. So yeah, which I'm sure is hopefully going to be interesting. So yeah, no art cards with this. But in terms of the physical, the extras on the disc, you got your 4K again. You got two different presentations of the film, which we'll look at when we get to the disc. Then we've got original lossless stereo audio, optional English subtitles, archive audio commentary with Mike Garris and actors Henry Thomas and Olivia Hussey. Death by Strings, a new visual essay by author and critic Guy Adams on music across the franchise. The making of Mother, an archive interview with makeup effects artist Tony Gardner. Behind the scenes footage, a look at the scoring of Psycho 4, an archive featurette, theatrical trailer, image gallery, and again, reversible artwork. So yeah, it doesn't seem to quite have the same amount of extras on the disc as the other three, and like I said, doesn't even have art cards, so don't think this has had the most amount of effort put behind it in compared to the other three, but there we go. There's the reversible artwork. Will go along with the new artwork on the other side. But one aspect that they have put more effort into is the fact that we actually get a different version of the film in terms of its aspect ratio, which isn't something you always get with films. Usually it's one aspect ratio or not in terms of the other one. So yeah, there's the normal theatrical aspect ratio, and then we also get the TV aspect ratio as well. I am surprised this was given a what was it say? 1990 TV premiere. That must have been quite late at night because it is still an 18 rated film after all, as you can see. So yeah, and again, poster. No art cards with this one for some reason. Not sure why. You would have thought with the other three having artwork cards that this would also have them. And there's the poster itself, which looks pretty good. And then the original poster, which I do prefer to the third one, definitely. It's a little less cheesy, a little bit more menacing, but doesn't exactly tell you much about the film, quite frankly. So yeah, and aside from the hard box, you also get a really nice thick booklet going for it as well, with the new artwork on the front, that on the side, and nothing on the rear. And yeah, it's 117 pages long, which is quite a hefty amount, quite frankly. So yeah, you get your contents as per usual. So you get Psycho casting crew, Psycho 2 casting crew, Psycho 3 and Psycho 4 casting crew as well. You get the horrific folklore of Ed Gein by Johnny Maines. We need to talk about Norma or Norman, and the Psycho franchising anxiety of uncertainty by John Paul Checkett. Yeah, you get On Psycho 2 by John Robertson. You get Psycho 2 production notes, Psycho 2 soundtrack linear notes, Psycho 3 production notes about the restorations, and production credits. So, yeah, not a huge amount written up on the third and the fourth films, but still, you know, any write up on these films is also always going to be good. And yeah, there's let's end this with an iconic shot of Janet Leigh in the shower. So yeah, fantastic first two films. Hopefully, the third and fourth films will live up to the reputation of the first two. Even half as much will do me, but yeah, it's quite a lot of two excellent films to follow up on, quite frankly. So yeah, whether or not they will live up to the reputation of those first two, we'll have to see. But at the end of the day, I'm still glad just to have the first and second films on 4K because, yeah, like I said, I love those films, so to have them on 4K is always going to be a good thing. And hopefully, at least the third and fourth films will be an enjoyable watch, if not at least good. Not expecting them to be excellent, but as long as they are good and watchable to an enjoyable extent, then I will be pleased. So, yeah, but nonetheless, thank you for watching. If you've seen any of these four films before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on them. But if you haven't, I do at least recommend the first two, but we'll see about the third and fourth ones in due course. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.